It is 8:40. It is time for your Revelstoke Mayor Report with Mayor Gary Sauls. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Sean.
Thanks for popping up to socialize with me here,
Hey,
Gary.
no problem.
So, Gary, I got a few questions for you, but before we get into that, I just wanted to say, do you have anything that you wanted to touch base on first?
No, I think let's go through your list.
Okay. So we've talked on and off about the roundabout periodically, and you've always indicated that we're basically in negotiations with the rail yard or CP
Correct.
Rail in order to access that road or to gain access to that road. So we have $5 million in grant dollars. Now, there's usually a time frame on that. Have we lost it, or are we getting an extension, or what's the scoop?
Yeah, we've got an extension on it.
Okay.
So we're still in negotiations with CPR. We've pretty much agreed on a price for the property. Now it's negotiating what the costs are going to be to move the tracks. And so we're dealing with that right at present. So I'll be talking to CPR again today and seeing how we're coming with that. So, but it's moving along.
Is that public knowledge once it's been dealt and done?
Yeah, once it's confirmed and whatnot, we can release that. So, but at this point,
and then we'll know. Okay, so that's how much we're going to pay in taxes to cover the cost. And then I thought I heard Peter Bernanke said he was willing to donate it for. So I don't know. You have to check in with him about that.
all right, I'll check with Peter.
Okay, good, excellent. I'm really glad. Oh, my dad's calling me. Sorry, Dad. Call you back. So the next one is: have you heard of the rumors about the Big Eddy Bridge being decommissioned by the provincial government? What is the truth behind the rumor, Stoke?
Well, it definitely is a rumor. So I reached out yesterday to Ron Sharp, who's our area manager for MOTI out of Cranbrook. And I reached out because I heard you mention on the air that you were going to talk to the mayor or grill him on the Big Eddy Bridge, and I was concerned about being barbecued on the bridge, but so I thought I better get the information. So that's just a rumor. In 2010, the city took over the bridge. It was MOTI had spent $500,000 on some rehab, so we've taken over. So we look after the bridge now. I spoke with our staff yesterday. We've lowered the original weight level from 24 ton, or that's metric, to 5, and we did that so that we can longer period of keeping that in service. We think we have another 10 years, good 10 years in that bridge. We maintain the joints, we maintain the planks, and it's checked on a periodic basis. I think it's once a year, twice a year. They have a look at it and make sure everything's okay. So the rumors that are going around, it was decommissioned from the MOTI stock in 1998, but they still were working with us on a rehab project and looked after that to 2010, and then we took it over from that period on. So
okay, so if there were any cracks, anything they've been looked at, it probably didn't bode well that if you notice, if you were going over the bridge over the last day or so, there's a yellow sign that says that it's going to be closed for the 24th and 5th. Don't quote me on those dates, but there is a closure for it for maintenance.
that's correct.
So with the rumor, that just looks like, oh, is that the date? So it didn't bode well. But okay, so there is going to be a closure on the bridge for work. You'll have to check with the city, and they'll let you know the exact dates. But it looks like the bridge is still going to be active. It's still going to work. So tell your friends, and we'll put the rumor Stoke to bed.
Still be able to go across. It's still going to work.
Okay. Well, we'll deal with this in 10 years.
All right.
Well, that was the big topic of concern. So, the summertime, it always kind of lightens up a little bit. And I'm sure once the fall comes, we'll come up with something new and exciting to get all worked up about, like per usual.
Yep.
And I think the town needs that. Every once in a while, we got to go against the grain and fight over something silly. So with that said, do you have anything else that you think that's relevant that's going to be coming up in the next while? That I know that there's going to be something in August on the 13th for Mackenzie Village for those up in that area. There's
a public hearing on some of the changes with the development plan. And so the public hearing is just on the changes, nothing else. So we'll discuss that.
I think it's like an access road or something, isn't it?
Yeah, they've put a little road in and they've extended parking. And because they've gone over what their original plans in dividing lines sort of thing, it just has to go back out to the public. So.
And there's a potential new piece of property out in Arrow Heights that could become something that that could benefit the community.
Yeah, there
townhomes, etc.
A presentation to council, I think a committee of the whole, where there is a developer who's interested in looking at a parcel of land up on Hay Road. And that parcel of land, he wants to put in single-family homes, duplexes, and townhomes. So that sort of thing it's another project coming forward. We've got lots of projects. I spoke to development yesterday. We could keep going with projects right through to December, keep our calendars on council full of development projects. So we're trying to work through all of those projects, and they've been making some headway. We've seen some changes in some staff down in the public works, and we're bringing in some people to be dealing with some of the planning, and still having contractors come in for building inspectors, that sort of thing. So it's moving along. It's not moving along as quickly as we'd like, but it's moving along, and I'm quite happy with the process and with the people that are there moving it along.
Well, speaking of public works, I'm sure that they're out with the potholes, because there's a lot more potholes because this rain has just been hammering down on the roads. So you've noticed that they're creeping up a little bit more, almost like at the end of winter when we start noticing, oh, wow, look at that giant hole.
And I think the paving company's here to do some paving work and rehabilitate some of the bigger potholes, that sort of thing. I think they're starting next week or the week after. So we're going to see some of that bigger stuff dealt with bigger and better hardtop than that soft stuff that they've been putting in to kind of mitigate and get us through.
And I see that the city is hiring, so there's a few positions that are available for in the development, not just development services, but I think in the front of house.
Yep, front of house, we're looking for some staff. We're looking for casual as well, and we want to go on the casual list. We've got lots there. And I think we're looking for some people in public works as well, even a mechanic. And so there's all kinds of work. So if you got qualifications, I just encourage you to bring your resume or go online and apply.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in and clearing up what's going on with the Big Eddy Bridge. That was the big one this week. So we will check in with you soon. Thanks, Gary.
Good enough. Thank you.
Thanks.